I apologize that my public videos keep redacting themselves over to private. I expect that this will happen also in this video as well. So just know if that happens to me and it happens to you, that I will go back and fix it as soon as the video is over. We'll see how it goes. This video is about the current gateway of 4-4 and what the 4-4 gateway means to us right now. So I will wait and see if anybody shows up. You never know what's going to happen in these things. So also, I'm doing some things that I've never done before, and so hopefully this will work out moderately well. As well, they are doing construction on the upstairs apartment, so there may be noise. I'm just going to warn you of that now. Normally, when there's a big gateway, I always make a video, but I normally will make that video on the gateway or the day before the gateway. And oh my God, here we go. David Wilcock, move number 1. Hold on, I'm sorry. This may be my most unprofessional video yet, which I'm fine with. Now, I noticed from looking at my YouTube statistics that people are only watching my videos for 12 minutes and 12 seconds, so I don't think it really matters. Just being funny. All right, let's see if I can control, like I'm so out of control. Okay, let's see if we can make this work here. Okay, so first, here we go. Let's shed some light on it. All right, so this video is about the 4-4 gateway. There's no one here, but I'm going to go ahead and start for the people that watch later, so it doesn't seem too incredibly weird. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my hair. Okay, so our entire universe, our entire multiverse, and our entire omniverse is about math, numerical sequences, and sacred geometry. In essence, our universe, our multiverse, and our omniverse are a quantum computer, and we are a mini or micro version of that quantum computer system. Okay, so the universe is nothing but mathematical code, numerical sequences, and sacred geometry. What that means for us is these gateways are super important alignments and a multitude of things. And us being in alignment with the specific energy that's coming from the quantum computer system is of utmost importance to us. And the reason for that is if we are not in alignment with that and with those things, then we will feel out of alignment. We always experience an uncomfortability when we are not in alignment with ourselves, with our souls, with our hearts, but also with the universe and what the specific math codes and sacred geometry are bringing us. So that's the one thing I want to talk about. So again, our entire universe is about math, numerical sequences, and sacred geometry. There is a quantum, essentially it's a quantum computer system, all of this, right? And we are also a quantum computer system. Talked about this in previous videos. So this 4-4 gateway is specifically about our connection to stability, alignment, and structure. Okay, and bear with me because like I said, I've never done this before, but one of my good friends and YouTube subscribers sent me this board, which I will now utilize for the very first time, and hopefully I can, excuse me, get all of this in focus for you. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, so we're a little bit far away. Okay, so right now, the 4-4 gateway is essentially us being balanced in all 4 directions, and that is this. I knew this might be a little bit clumsy here. Okay, so we have our 4 directions, and this may look familiar to you because this is actually the original cross, not the one that is used in Christianity today, but the original cross. And at the top here of this cross, we have air. Air is our thoughts, our articulation, our thoughts, articulation, ideas, and change. Earth is about our talent, our achievement, our stability, and our manifestation. So north, south, east is about fire. It's about direction. It's about creativity. It's about passion. And it's about taking action. On the west, we have water, which is love, emotion, harmony, and fulfillment. I'm going to leave that up for a few minutes in case anybody wants to write that down, because I really, or do a screenshot, or but nobody writes anything down anymore. That's just me, right? But the reason I want to leave this up for you momentarily is because these things are about balance. This is also actually where the tarot deck and the tarot cards come from, okay? So we have air, which is swords. We have earth, which is pentacles. We have water, which is cups. We have fire, which is wands. Now, you get really focused on earth, okay? The element of earth, on your talent, on your achievement, on your stability, on your manifestation. You can get out of balance, which will cause your thoughts, your articulation, your ideas, and your ability to change will become out of whack. Also, if you are in your thoughts and articulation and your inability to change and stuck in your head with ideas, you also affect your talent, your achievement, your stability, and your manifestation. Same thing over here with water. We have love, emotions, harmony, and fulfillment. We all know people that are super emotional. And we all go through that at times. But if we get stuck in only being loving and harmonious and emotional, then we don't take direction. We don't follow creativity. We don't follow passion. We don't follow the action that we need to take in our lives. So that's the reason why I want to leave this up for just a second. This specific 4-4 gateway is about being balanced in the 4 elements. And if you are not balanced in those 4 elements, if you're not balanced over here, you'll have imbalance over here. If you're not balanced here, you'll have imbalance here, and vice versa, etc., etc. So, from there, what is in the middle of this, all of these balanced elements here, is the ether. It's really important to know. If you're super imbalanced in any one of these areas, not only do they affect all these other areas, they specifically become inharmonious with your ability to pull in what is in the center here and the center here. I'm left-handed and it's so hard to write on this board for me. Okay, in the center here is the fifth element, and the fifth element is ether. Now, one of the reasons, and you don't have to be perfect, we are still human beings in a human body. But when we are balanced or somewhat balanced or even close to being partially balanced here, we pull into the center of ether. Okay. So, when we are balanced in these four elements, and like I said, the reason I'm talking about this is a 4-4 gateway. The month is a 4, the day is a 4. Being balanced, semi-balanced in these four directions, these four elements, means that we pull into a space of connecting with the ether. Why is it important to connect with the ether? Okay, because the ether is where the Akashic record is, it's where the higher self is, it's where we can tap into feeling what these energetic happenings are, the solar happenings, the different cosmological alignments and things like that. So getting into a balanced energy stabilizes us into the ether, which then it connects us to our higher self, the Akashic record, the fifth dimensional frequency that we have on this planet. And also it brings into the planet for everyone else the connection to ether. It helps other people then be able to connect to the ether once we have a certain amount of people here being able to connect to the ether. One of the other things about connecting to the ether is that we bring in, when we put our antenna out into the ether, we pull the fifth dimensional frequency back into our body, which then pulls the fifth dimensional energy back into this planet. That's why I wanted to start with that. So the 4-4 gateway is about being balanced in the four energetic directions and the four elements as well. I apologize for the choppiness of the video. I kind of knew it was going to be like this since I'd never done this before. So what is the number 4 asking of us? We are being asked to reset ourselves and our lives to the balance of number 4. Divine balance is super, super important to be in the universal flow for us. Now, we're at a 4 for the month, and we're at a 4 also for the day. Number 4. What is number 4 about? So you can understand what this gateway, what this portal is. And I did have to write some of this down because this was the same thing that happened to me on Valentine's Day. This information started coming in at like 10 o'clock and then I was up till 2 o'clock. So one of those things. I'm sure it'll add some choppiness flavor to the video as well. So the number 4 is about stability, organization, leadership, structure, having a solid plan or making a solid plan. It's not just about relationships, it's about long-lasting relationships. It's not just about agreements, it's about long-lasting agreements. And it's also about long-term opportunity. So the number 4 portal is all about stability, organization, leadership, structure, long-lasting relationships, agreements, and also opportunities. So the 4-day and the 4-month being a double 4 is a double invitation, or double the strength in the pool of that number 4, for us to invite into our lives and into our reality a balance and a stability. Another thing that I was given this morning, which I actually had no idea about, was the fact that since the first of this year, so the 1-1 gateway, 2-2 gateway, 3-3, etc., those are being stacked on top of each other. They're being superimposed on top of each other. So when we switch to the 4-4 gateway, we don't lose the power of the 3-3 gateway or the 2-2 or the 1-1 or any. They are superimposing on top of each other's, or juxtaposition. So you can still see the difference between one and the next one, but the energy is staying here for the whole year. Now, so the 4th month and the 4th day is where we get our 4-4 gateway, our 4-4 portal, inviting us to stabilize, harmonize, and get into alignment universally, multiversally, and omniversally with the energy and the energy signature that's flowing into our planet from the quantum computer system of all that is. So when we look at the year itself in numerology, the reason numerology is so important to look at is because it gives you the cheat sheet to the universal quantum computer system and what that computer system is giving us. Again, we do have, as a free will planet, the right to do or make changes or not make changes or whatever it is that's going on. We do have choices in those things, but to know that when the quantum computer changes over or shifts to something new, if we do not allow and invite that, we go against the flow, and that's when we have disharmony and struggle and constriction in our lives. So not only do we have a 4-4 gateway, we have, excuse me, 4-4 of 2022. In numerology is a 14, which means you break that down. Here comes the construction noise, right on cue. So you get a 14. In numerology, you reduce every number down to below 10, unless it's 11 or 22. So the 14 for the day, the month, and the year equals a 5. 5 is about impermanence, and number 5 is about making change in our life. Now, so we have stability and balance. We have the date equaling a number 5 in numerology, which means change, inevitable change. If you have no changes to make in your life, I'm sure you're having a really comfortable time right now, and you will continue to have a super comfortable time. So, on top of that, our year right now is a 6. Some of you, depending on what you dabble in and what kind of stuff you read or what kind of stuff you watch, may have heard that this is the year for love, or this is the year of lovers. Now, that's very interesting because in the tarot deck, the lovers is number 6. So our year 2022 is about a 6. So that energy of the 6 is going to permeate the energetic frequency of our body and our planet for this entire year. So what is number 6? Number 6 is divine love. Number 6 is also making balanced decisions. It's also about mirroring energy. So us mirroring the cosmos and the cosmos mirroring us. And it's also about divine partnership, which is also a relationship of mirroring. And I've talked about that several times, so I'm not going to go into explaining that at the moment. So at its essence, what is the number 6 about? Because it's important for us. We've got a 4, a 5, and a 6, you guys. And if you think that's anything other than divine synchronicity saying it's just about go time for a green light here, that's exactly what the universe, the multiverse, and the omniverse is saying to us. 4, 5, 6. It's all coming into alignment. So when people say, the year of the 6 is all about the lovers. Okay, but lovers is also about choices. It's not just strictly about love. But what does the number 6 in numerology represent? It represents, at its core essence, responsibility in domestic affairs. So that's pretty much all encompassing. Anything, any part of your life, your domestic affairs, any part of your home and the domestic affairs that involved in that. So responsibility in domestic affairs. Now, number 6 is specifically about harmony. It's about stability. It's about unconditional love. It's about support. It's about nurturing. It's about healing. And it's also the combination, split at 3 and 3. It's a combination year of compassion and empathy. So 6 is asking us to be compassionate and empathetic so that we can move into our heart space energy and be of the highest service domestically to ourselves and to this planet. That's so, so important. So harmony, stability, unconditional love, support, nurturing, healing, all of that. That is what the number 6 is representing. Okay. So number 5 is about change. It's about removing obstacles, whether they are placed from something that's coming specifically from you or a blockage from you, or whether that may be something in your outside world as well. 4/4/2022 equals a 5. So April and this 4/4 gateway is all about change, shift, and movement. Now, what are you being asked to change? What are you being asked to move? And what are you being asked to shift? You are being asked to shift anything between the 4 and between the 6. So our domestic frequency, our domestic harmony within ourselves, within our homes. We are being asked to pull those things into alignment with the universal code of 4, which is again solid foundation, stability, order, leadership, structure, solid plans, long-lasting relationships, agreements, and opportunities. So what we're being asked to do and what we're being asked to look at in this 4/4 gateway is anything domestically that is not serving a higher purpose for us in our personal lives and also the outside world, because we are sent here to be the light and to lead by example. So we're being asked now to change anything within the number 6 qualities that do not fall under stability, harmony, cooperation, and balance. And that's a huge thing to know. And if you're not sure what that is, you can go back to this, which is the 4 directions, the 4 elements, what those things mean, what they bring you. I just realized that's completely backwards, but now you can be dyslexic and left-handed like me, I suppose. So the other thing is numerology. A lot of you may not be interested in it. You may not know anything about it. That's why I tried to at least break it down a little bit for you. But numerology is the code of the universe. And if you know what code reset is going on within the universe, you'll know what things in your life are needing to be looked at and shifted within you personally. So this can be a really big help for us to know what's coming. Normally, like I said, I do this on the day of the portal, or I do it the day before the portal. I don't usually jump in this early, but again, I was kind of kept awake with all this stuff, and I thought about getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning and writing this down, and I just had hopes that I would remember. So April is about change at its basic essence. It's about shifting. It's about changing. It's about adaptation. And specifically, the thing that needs the most change is whatever is out of alignment between domestic harmony and the stability and balance of number 4. This universe is going to shift, and the energy usually comes in early. I will say, since I was up till 2 p.m., for me, the energy of 4-4 is already here. It came in last night. You may feel it. You may have felt it last night too. You could feel it tomorrow. Maybe you'll feel it on 4-4. There'll be people that feel it a couple of days later. But I thought this was a super important thing to share with you guys, because I know in energy, sometimes we can feel that something's happening, even if we don't know exactly what that thing is. So I thought I would share this to the best of my knowledge with you. Again, the universe is a quantum supercomputer. We are also quantum supercomputers. That's why when there's alignments and gateways, there are so many people out there helping you and writing about this and making videos about it, diagrams about it, all this stuff. The reason we're doing that is because when we are called energetically to make a shift and we resist the shift, or we resist the change, or we resist the adaptation, there's a lot of uncomfortability in doing so. And so that's why I wanted to come to you a little bit early and tell you what is going on within the energy and within your body. There is so much change going on this planet, and I know that you're super aware of that already. But again, the number 4 is asking us to reset ourselves. We are asked to be in the mode of shift and reset within our physical body to the number 4. And we are also, like I said, this is juxtaposition. All of these gateways are now, as each one comes in, it is superimposed over the last one, so the other ones don't leave or disappear. We just keep building on it and building on it and building on it and building on it. Now, even if you're not into tarot, or maybe you don't believe in twin flames, maybe you don't believe in divine partnership or soulmates or whatever, but even if you don't believe in that, you've got to ask yourself, why are so many people talking about this? Why are so many people writing about these things and making videos about these things and doing tarot cards about these things? That's because so many of us know at an energetic level that this year is the year of choice. This year is the year of divine partnership, and this year is the divine year of all of that. That is why so many, and even like I said, if you're not interested, that's why you're seeing it absolutely everywhere. Maybe you're hearing about it for the first time. There's a lot of interesting things that come about in tarot, and it's like the more you read and the more you learn and the more you study, it's like the more you know. In getting all this information, I was like, oh, well, the Lovers card is about lovers and divine, connection, divine partnership. But it's also about choices, right? So there's that balance there that we're being asked to make with this 4-4 portal. But also, Lovers is a card in the major arcana. There are 22 cards in the major arcana. The Lovers is number 6. Well, guess what the minor arcana number 6 is? It's the 6 of Cups. It's the 6 of flow. It's the 6 of love. It's the 6 of harmony. It is the six of past life connections. My God, I know you when I look at you, when I look into your eyes at a soul level. That I am familiar with you. I feel familiar, and people experience that. Some of us experience it to the umpteenth power, like hypersensitive people experience everything to the umpteenth power. Welcome to my world. But the major arcana is the lovers, and the minor arcana number 6 is the past life connection to the lover. So very interesting. Like, it's not someone sat around making this game. There is a lot of mathematical, quantum math and geometry involved in these tarot cards, and everything about tarot and its connection to universal, multiversal, omniversal numbers, numerical sequences, and geometry. So I thought this is just super, super cool to me. Very beautiful, very interesting. Anybody that's on the path to divine partnership, I blow you a kiss right now. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Thank you for being here, as always. I'm sure that this video, and I apologizing, and I don't know how many times that I feel like I'm going to have to apologize in my videos for being set at public. I've tried everything I can, and they switch back over to private no matter what I do, and the comments are turned off. And I'm sure that's happening now as well. Just know that for the 3 of you that are here, I will set it as soon as this video is over. It will be set back to public, and I'll go on my merry way. I've given up. I've tried to troubleshoot it 6 ways till Sunday, and I cannot seem to figure out what's going on here. As a sidebar note, if you've been paying attention to what's going on in our solar cycle, looking at the human resonance or anything like that, that's weird. I said that and comments appeared. How interesting. Okay, so if you are paying attention to anything that's going on with the sun right now on the solar cycle, we've had a lot of solar flares in the last week. I would expect that to continue and also crescendo. I've talked about this before, but I do want to restate the importance of knowing something. No matter how much internal work you do, no matter how grounded you are, no matter how balanced and open and energetically you are between these 4 elements that I put on this board for you, when these flares come in, every single time, and the time delay depends on you and your hypersensitivity. But whenever this energy comes in, it pushes out the lower frequency. So never get stuck in your mind about the process of releasing. I know I've been in this a lot. I feel like I cried halfway through February. In the last couple of days, I have cried a lot. That's all I can say. It's important to let these things out. So important for us to let these things out. All right, that is it. Until next time, when this, I'm sure, will be continued, as always. I love you guys. I thank you for your presence, your guidance, and your space, both in the ethers and on planet Earth at this time. If you are interested in a personal tarot reading, you may comment here, or you may also get a hold of me through Facebook Messenger. And that's kind of how I'm doing it for right now. I don't feel comfortable giving out my email to anybody that doesn't already have it. Those that have it should feel lucky and privileged, because not that many people do. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you next time. Make sure to be as balanced as you can. And if you need to cry, don't deny yourself that emotional release of crying. No matter what you need to do, how you need to get balanced. Definitely when solar intensity happens and when these portals happen, a lot of times we're tempted to spend multiple hours on technology, reading things, learning things, stuff like that. I don't discourage from self-education ever, but I will say this. The electromagnetic energy during solar storms and during portals is magnified to a degree that I'm not sure I can put into a number for you, but it's magnified to a degree that having a connection to electronics for hours and hours a day is very non-conducive, and just not good during portals and solar energy. Spend as least amount of time as you actually can being connected to technology. Let yourself get a break, because the solar stuff works on our electromagnetic system. It works on charging our electromagnetic system. It works pushing things out of our system as well. So if we're connected a lot or spending a lot of time on electronics, it fizzles out the natural organic flow that happens and the purging process that happens to us while we are in the middle of these things. Okay. Until next time, I love you and I thank you, as always, for being here. Bye.